So I have another dagger. This is a Sitivien ST17. Alright. This is a very nicely made dagger, yes. Alright. Let's get out of these shadows so you can get a better look at this. I only do this shot so you know that I'm still alive, I'm still here, yes. This is me. Alright, let's take a look at this. So it's got slots and eyelets here. It is a molded synthetic sheath, Kydex, they say. It's got a belt loop right there. It's got a single retaining strap with a button closure. It does hold it in, has a spot to push off of. Alright, so there is your tactical sheath. And here is your data sheet for this blade. The brand is Sitivien. It is the ST17. It does count as a dagger. 5.28 inches is the blade length. 9.88 inches is the overall length. 5 millimeters thick. 9 ounces in weight. It is the Slampner steel. You see the hardness there. G10 handle scales, Kydex sheath. It was $60. So that steel is basically a super tool steel. That's made by Bowler. And yeah, it's kind of a modern take on a fighting knife, a fighting dagger, commando dagger, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely a little bit longer than you would call a boot knife unless you have really big boots, which some of you probably do. I am somewhat a connoisseur of daggers. I have quite a few of them. I don't usually carry daggers for defense simply because I can defend myself just as well with a single-edged blade. But who knows? If the things go south, the rules can change. The rules can change, right? I got viewers in countries that basically all civil society broke down. Riots, civil wars, invasions, that sort of thing. All right, so who knows? They might EDC a dagger and a whole lot more. Here's a comparison between two Sitivien daggers. This is the ST17, and that is the previously reviewed ST15. This is a whole lot more dagger. Right? It's just got more reach. It's also thicker. It's just a more substantial dagger, definitely. Now this one was $40, this one is $60. It definitely makes sense for this to be more expensive than this because it's just thicker, it's better made, it's a lot better steel, more reach. I mean, this thing, yeah, this thing is definitely, I can see why this is more expensive because you're just getting more. All right, initial sharpness. This thing is thick, but surprisingly sharp. So you see that. All right, so it's 5 millimeters thick, right? So you have to work it through like that, but it is sharp. Alright, so you saw that. Yeah, this is exceptionally well done. I've seen a lot of daggers, definitely. I like what they did with this. Alright, this dagger, we're just going to make believe this is an enemy soldier. And you got him down, right? Alright, so you saw that. I mean, look how that's in there, right? The reason I pull it up is so you can see it's stuck in there like Excalibur. Alright, if that was an enemy soldier, it'd be into there. Alright, here's this dagger cutting a strap if you need some utility type use of it. There you go, it's a seatbelt type surrogate. More utility cutting. Piece of a box. Very sharp for a dagger. Okay, YouTube, it's time for the ritual carving on a shard of firewood, because I like to cut things in reviews, even though this thing is just mainly for soft flesh of the enemy. But what the hell, all right? Let's cut something. I mean, they gave you good steel with this, and they gave you a very sharp edge, so why? All right, let's cut something. Hard to carve with a dagger because you can't push on the spine. Whatever, we're tough. I'm just recovering from an illness. I had a horrible sore throat for 10 days, but I'm now back. I was not able to film for those 10 days, and I was not able to exercise at all, and I almost wasn't able to sleep. Okay, so it's a wonder I'm even out here. Also, I've been watching The Last of Us. You watch that? That's popular. The Last of Us. Bro, that's just an allegory or an analogy to us. We are the Last of Us. I hate to tell you this, but we're basically the last real men. Some of us, anyway. Before the great hormonal shift of society. Oh, this is, for a dagger, this is doing really well. Alright, so we made a pointy stick. The Last of Us made a pointy stick. Is that a bone? I think that's a bone. Yeah, the last person who messed with me, that's all that's left. This dagger worked like a charm. That's all that's left now. But it is a bone. A lot of animals here. Deer, turkey, goose, duck, and the most dangerous animal of all, man. Alright, just some more glory shots of this item for you. But, well, whoa, they're dive bombing us. There they go. Yeah, what's up? You want some of this? You want some of this? No, just kidding. As I was saying, you could buy a $20 Smith & Wesson dagger if you just need a shank. But if you want something nicer, like with that super tool steel, which is kind of overkill, like unless you plan to cut a lot of stuff, does the edge retention really matter? But hey, maybe you plan to use this for some utility stuff, as can often happen, right? But basically this is just a really nice dagger with some overkill good steel. Yeah, this thing is a bargain at $60. If this was a K-bar, they'd probably be charging twice the price that Sitivien is charging. And they would not use as good of a steel.